Okay, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I think we'll kind of get the easy stuff out of the way here first. So, did everybody look at the minutes? Any changes or questions on those?
I move to approve.
Second.
The only thing I would say, we do have a little bit of a Scrivener error there,
A what?
an error. It says, second last paragraph, the motion carried unanimously with council member Sarah's and voting against, so it's actually a split decision. So, other than that, I think we're good. So, do I-
No, what now? I read that. I thought it said that I didn't.
No,
It says carry, I put unanimously. And I should have put the motion carried with
yeah.
you voting.
Okay.
no big deal.
It's just so rare.
I struck.
Yeah, I usually go along with this stuff. I was just worried about the money.
So are you,
I'm all for the project,
I get you.
you know,
are you good to approve the minutes then, as corrected then?
as corrected.
Okay, second. Dean seconds. Let's raise your right hand, approve. Motion carries unanimously.
Okay.
Okay, how about the warrants, Kevin?
Yeah. This is a long one because we didn't have a second
Yeah.
meeting in December, so I'll read all the warrants that exceed $500, and I will not read any of the ones that pertain to payroll or payroll withholdings. So if you see anything on here that's over 500, but I don't read it, and you're concerned, let me know, but more than likely it's for payroll. First one is to AIM for $1,615, Amazon Capital Services $1,180.36, American Pump and Repair for $14,820, Bank of New York for $33,397.21, another Bank of New York for $10,370.83, Voice Forms for $565.60. Braitman's for $1,224, Chemical Services $3,574.20, Christine Keener for $2,500, CNI Fiber for $966.70. I think this one is Consolidated Communications or something like that. I can't remember the full name of it. Didn't fit on here. This for radio system for Brad is $4,612.44. Elan Financial Services, there's a lot in here. These are all together. $814.25. Another one for $14.25.
Those look like duplicates, but can you?
They're not. They're split out because one's for what? If you look on the
On Ryan's.
no, if you look right in the which page was it? Page 1. If you look right in the middle for Elan Financial Services, one says water, machinery, and equipment, and the other one says sewer, machinery, and equipment. So they're just split out. They're split costs that
Thank you, Kevin.
whatever was bought, it's split between the water and sewer department. Force Technology for $22,138.44. Heckley Auto Repair $711.78. Indiana Michigan Power $3,878.84. Another Indiana Michigan Power for $1,376.35. A lot of payroll. National Oil and Gas $1,096.65. Payrolls. NIPSCO $1,303.25.
I gotta catch up here. There's a lot of payroll.
There's a lot of payroll.
Yeah.
Couple pages. It's like two.
Okay.
There's 2 or 3 payrolls on here, cause
Trulin Equipment,
we had missed
yeah.
one. Trulin Equipment, $677.65. USI Consultants, $8,719.50. Verizon Wireless, $593.74. Wex Bank for $1,211.25. WM Corp for $11,273.82. Any questions? I know it's a lot of payroll, sorry. I think that's like 3.
No, well.
I think that's 3
we weren't here.
payrolls worth
Yeah,
of stuff.
that's
Yep.
okay. I move to approve.
I noticed some of it from early November, but I guess, can you explain the timing on some of these?
Yeah, just
You mean like Colonial Live?
we're at
That's the
which
only one I see right here. Well, there's one 5/16.
Well, I mean, some of them are, let me find one that's.
so
not
what
payroll.
so what happens is, Skylar, is that we get if like you'll see one on here, this one from, I don't know the check date that we put in here. Some of these are manual, so some of them get entered in different times. So let me know which one you're thinking. Like this one's from 11/20. That's a payroll.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Right.
payrolls.
They might all be payrolls, perhaps. There's only a handful. This one's a payroll that I just.
It just depends if it. It just depends. Some of these are manual too. So like I'll do the bank rec, and some things will get taken out like ACH. You know, say
Okay.
like the Colonial Life gets taken out ACH. Okay, so it might get taken out on December 17th or something like that. And then when I do my bank rec and I see that charge in the bank account, then I'll go now in January and I'll enter that back in. So next month you'll see one in December with a manual check for December. So so this month at some point, probably at the next meeting, or maybe even the meeting after that, depends on when I do it, that you'll see one all the way back in December 17th, because that's when it actually got charged to the bank account, but it wasn't added in because it wasn't a manual payment. It wasn't a check that I actually sent out. It just got taken out of the bank, but just not entered in
Okay.
right away.
Yeah.
That's helpful to hear.
Yeah. So you'll see some like that when they're manual checks, but when they actually when they actually print off the actual physical checks, that's when you'll have the dates in here. That's why you see 11, 15, and 12, 5.
11/20.
A lot of them will have
Yeah.
the same date because that's when that batch of checks actually got cut.
Okay.
But then the payroll checks, that's going to be whatever day, the date, ideally it should be pretty close to payroll. Like this one's all the way back 11/20. But since we had the month in between meetings, you'll have that too, where we have a lot more. When we go back to the 2 weeks, this should be a lot smaller. I mean, we've seen this all year.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
But we have the motion on the table to approve the bills.
Second.
With Dean seconding.
Yep. Those approved, say aye. Raise your right hand.
Aye.
Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to vote or not.
I don't know either.
Question.
That
You
is
can
a good
vote.
question.
You can vote.
You're allowed
to vote.
Well, hi, stranger.
Okay, looking at the agenda. That-
Yeah, if you want to go right down the agenda, that sounds good to me.
Okay, we got old business. I think these must have to do with some of Skylar's questions about the trail application.
Yes.
I talked to Joe on that today, and he is presenting that next Monday to NDOT. The only way we get an approval is he makes a presentation, and apparently they must accept that. So that should be happening next Monday, and then the week after he'll let us know how it worked out. Hopefully. So. Summer sprinkler program. We've got to change our ordinance on that. So I called Kevin today. Kevin Brunn's our attorney. Have not heard back, so we may have to completely rewrite that, or maybe he can kind of change some language in it to account for our meters, because right now we have that credit.
Right.
Somehow there's a
Right.
credit, so it's kind of contradictory, I guess, so.
So the ball is sitting in his court, or is he expecting something from
Well,
us?
I'm gonna need to call him and,
Okay.
I'm gonna need to talk to him and leave a message, so. Sometimes he gets back a day or two later, so.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Do we already have something written up for that and just need to get it?
I don't think so. I think
No,
no, we don't have anything. The ball is completely in our court. We have to just get with him. I mean, he knew about it because he was here the day we started discussing it. So at least, I mean, he's aware of it.
We need to give him some, what we want, what we're intending to do, and he could write something up then.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what, we'll just tell him what to do and.
I'm assuming, I think we have something, I think we have a page that people fill out now
Yeah.
for the program, the summer meter program.
Yeah.
So maybe we just get him that and have him make it legal.
Yeah, we gotta make an amendment to that ordinance, right? Amendment to that section of the ordinance.
We should, yeah.
Oh, whatever the verbiage
But
is.
better
Yeah.
rewrite it, so.
Well, you redo
Addendum.
it, yeah.
He has to make an addendum.
Addendum, that's what it is. Yeah, that way you can just vote on it in a meeting and be done with it.
Yeah, so what it'll do is it'll take out, the addendum will just add it and say, this old part of the ordinance, section whatever, is gone and this new section is taking its place, and then he'll write the new program out. But like he said when he was here, since we're not
Changing rate.
doing rates, we don't have to have a public meeting for it how we normally do. And we could also pass the ordinance in one meeting too. We could read it and pass it in the same meeting if you guys decide. So, but people don't get summer meters, like I said, until March or April, whenever they start getting meters, so it's not pressing right now, but it definitely has
we
to.
don't usually get
Or
ours till
decent.
May.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be here before we know it, especially if you have to get it passed,
Yeah.
so we should definitely get him on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks for handling.
Anyway, hopefully we'll talk to him tomorrow, so. Anyway, the question about the fiber optic project, you know, we had that study that was supposed to cost $110,000. Then Joe got it reduced to 50.
Yes, and then
Then he
nothing.
screwed around for a year on it, so then he got them where it's supposed to be a $10,000 price for some reason. But anyway, the guy felt really bad, he did it for free. So anyway, Joe wants them to come in, talk to us, and apologize, so that should be coming before too long, so.
What's this, to apologize, even though they're giving it to us for nothing?
Well, and somehow too, they merged companies or took one over, and
Oh.
so it's kind of all,
Okay,
If you guys got funding that was dependent on that.
you know,
oh, yes.
what's that again?
You
The
guys
funding.
had funding that was dependent on that. And now
Well,
that's kinda in the balance there.
yeah, we'll have to deal with that,
Yeah.
so.
I'll give everybody the rundown on that.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
So, just so everybody knows exactly what's going on. The ARPA money that we had left over was about $52,000 after USI had did their initial trail work. Joe had signed the contract for $100,000. Council approved another 48 to go along with that. I don't see a reason why a trail study or the fiber study would have costed
Yeah.
$100,000, but we were trying to get the money under contract before December 31st, 2024. That's when the money had to be under contract due to ARPA rules. So we got that under contract. The company broke the contract because they didn't deliver the project, the results when they said they were going to. So the city, he contacted and got that whole situation, I don't know, straightened out, I guess you could say. They informed him that the actual study would cost $10,000 to $12,000. From what I know, as far as I'm aware, the ARPA money it's okay they broke the original contract. We can get into a new contract with them or anybody else again, but it's gotta be for the same project. Whatever the original contract was for, that's what the new one has to be for.
Okay.
So,
We got to the end of the year before we have to spend the money, right?
and we have until the end of 2026 to actually pay that money out.
Well, what would we be paying that, what would we use that money for? Is there more to be used on the fiber?
We can only spend the money on the fiber study.
That's what I mean,
all we can spend the money on.
so,
Just on the study.
Yes,
oh, well, if the study's been done, how can we spend the money?
it's gonna have to be returned.
There you go, okay.
And
So
lunch,
so
I
if
think.
they're doing the whole study for free, then we're gonna have to return 52,000. It's not our money. We didn't
Right,
earn the money.
right.
We got the money from the government. We're gonna pay it back to the government. So it's not, we're not losing out on anything.
No,
But
I assume you had that on another account that was not to be touched, right?
that's not how things work.
Oh,
It's all mixed in.
oh, okay. Not a slush fund, huh?
So,
At least we didn't have to pay 50,000, so, or 10,000.
Exactly,
But then again, we would have the reimbursement, so,
Yeah.
or,
well, that's,
anyway, he's gonna
Yeah.
bring them in before too long, and we'll have a discussion with them. So, other than that, I don't know anything else about it, so.
okay.
Okay, we had a subcommittee on citations, I think some of you guys were looking at back in October. How we coming all on that?
I am prepared to give the update that there has been no progress since our first real meeting.
Okay.
And so I set this on the agenda to keep myself accountable that I need to get those scheduled so we can get that turned around. So
So do we need to go a different route? Is it a problem, or you think it's just a matter of?
no, I would
Scheduling
say
or
just
something?
bad timing with the
Yeah.
end of the year.
Okay.
Schedules didn't really line up, but I'll plan, Vicky, since you're on it, to get something regular scheduled until we have it done. So, for example, meet on the off council weeks on Mondays, perhaps, until we get it done, or Tuesdays were thrown out as a potential good day. So
Okay.
I'll
Either-
message
either
the group
one.
about it.
Okay,
You might work with Chief Parker too. We're just looking for 6 or 8 citations to enforce right now.
Okay.
If we got 100 on there, we can just scratch the rest of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I think you may be under the interpretation that you were going through all of the
Yes.
ordinances
Yeah.
to clean
And
up,
saying keep or no keep.
and that's not what we're doing.
oh,
You want to scrap?
No. We're just looking, okay, so the
The ones that
6,
have money?
the ordinance that we want to write tickets for are the ones that you guys just wanna pick out. I don't even know if you guys have to meet for it, because Parker can probably just pick out the ones that he thinks should be,
Yeah.
addressed as far as.
yeah, updated.
monies?
So what'll happen is that the 6 to 8 ordinances that we want to write tickets for, we'll pick those out, and we'll tell Kevin, hey, we wanna enforce these ones. Kevin will update them, so they're fully updated and cleaned up. And then what he'll do is then he'll write a contract with the county so we can write tickets for those and that they can process them. So we weren't going through every ordinance to try to update it, which maybe at some point it should be, so we can clean up ones that need it.
Yeah, we kinda got that impression, didn't we?
I was under the impression if there were ordinances that were not removed but had unenforceable language, that was gonna be a problem with getting the agreement with the county. And that was why we needed to review all of them.
That's not, what I know from Kevin is that's not what the deal was.
Okay.
Why don't we go with the 6 or 8, and then we'll let Kevin determine if some of those need to be changed, language. Also, too, I think you have to update the fine level too, because some of those have $50 fines, I think, or $100. Might work with Chief
Yeah, we
here
can
on
talk, we can
some of
still
those
get together if you wanna
$200
talk about
Like the
that.
weed ordinance, the firework ordinance, other ordinances that you want the officers to be able to enforce.
Oh, okay, okay.
Those are the ones you kind of want to get out now, and they can start moving
Well,
those
since
through.
we're on this subject, since we're on TV, I can't really. We have an extremely horrible situation on our street. Outside, nuisance of a mess. And I mean, it just looks like a junkyard.
Okay, let's
Well,
stay
I
on
know,
this
but I
real
mean,
quick.
yeah, okay,
Let's stay
but,
on this real quick and we'll come back to that.
to that as we
oh, okay,
walk through.
Yeah.
well, we were on,
So
That's why we want that ordinance thing done, so we
Yeah.
can start enforcing that stuff.
So can we let, Brad, can you pick the ones that we need, the ordinances that we need And then if there's anything else, Skylar, that you see in there that you think that you would also want on there, and then we'll send it to Kevin for him to clean up.
I could email that out tomorrow.
Okay.
To
So
us, or,
what-
okay,
what happens to the ones we don't change language on is they sit in there, then we're not fining for them.
Not emphasizing them, yeah.
because there's no fines involved,
And
right?
someday we may have to change that where we start emphasizing other fines.
That's why I brought up
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
we.
I think in general, I think they just need to be gone through, but I think we need to get ones that we don't have to pay it for
Right.
now, get
Right,
them in there, that way they can get the agreement
okay,
with the court.
well,
And put your recommendations for the fine limit too on there. There's no use going for a $50 fine, right? Have to defend that to the court potentially, so.
Well, I think maybe we should look at other places, cause I think it's up to the judge. If we put a $500 fine for something and he says no,
yeah, well, we wouldn't do that.
Right.
That's
well, we could.
little-
Someone doesn't mow their grass 3 times?
$500? That's pretty steep.
They'll learn the first time.
Yeah, I would say.
But the attorney's gonna cost you money.
Yeah.
You know, a junk car or something like that, I mean, we're gonna have to have something.
You don't want the cost, the city to have it done, that person needs to pay for what
Oh,
it costs you to have it done.
definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And Kevin Bruns can kind of counsel us on that too.
Yeah.
On limits and stuff. So. Okay, moving on. New Allen Alliance had a meeting December 9th. I think Herb was there and Joe and I went to that.
Yep.
Well, you wanna go ahead and give an update on what that was about?
Yeah, I can go through a lot of that since you were there. You heard it as well. They had their report from the greater Fort Wayne. Grow Allen is rolling into Fort Wayne Inc. They're gonna combine those two not-for-profits into one thing. They had Melissa Bieber there. She's a rep that goes down to the State House and brings back information for, she lobbies for the trying to think, dang it. It's a place in Fort Wayne that has the money stuff. Anyhow, she's down there and she talked about stuff that possibly could come up and things like that. Most of the meeting was about Senate Enrolled Act 1 and about the taxes.
Yeah.
Joe Thalmer was there from Accelerate Indiana Municipalities AIM and talked through it. It was very confusing, hard to stay up with. Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of very complicated things coming down the line. They did email that out. Joe should have gotten that email. I did too. I could forward that email to anyone that they wanna look through that. It's a lot.
But the bottom line, if I remember, is that there's gonna be a revenue decrease for the most part.
Yeah.
They're gonna raise the county option income tax up to 2.5%. So if you don't have property, you're in an apartment, you're gonna have a tax increase. So, and then what, a couple years down the road, the schools are gonna really be
It's
into
gonna-
some problems.
Yeah, because taxes don't have, they change it.
in the
For this
arrears.
year, it doesn't show up, some of that stuff for a year or two.
Yeah,
And the way that they're gonna be distributing those funds are gonna be changed around
Yeah.
a lot. And so it's gonna affect cities and towns. Cities can, impose additional taxes to try to offset that. But some of the smaller towns and stuff are gonna find it difficult. Even smaller cities will find it difficult to do that. Some of them, like Fort Wayne, the bigger cities, may be able to do stuff to kind of lessen the impact. And in the county, it's gonna be more, and the county's gonna be more involved for all of the county. And so it's, a lot of the towns and stuff are gonna count on the county to do stuff that they may be doing already. It's pretty,
We can capture some of that option income tax from the county, but they have the right to keep 75% of it. So it's, and plus too, they talked a lot about this casinos coming in. Fort Wayne wants that. I think it's to replace some of the revenue. We're gonna lose the property taxes. But Steuben County's competing to get it.
yeah, they talked about that. They talked about the Indian ground, that there was talk that they may try to put a casino in there.
Yeah.
And if they did that, then, none of that revenue off of there would come back to any of the cities or towns or the county or anything.
That'd be a mini or a remote, cause it's only on 3 acres, I think is what it is over
It's
by Carroll High School.
30 acres or something. I thought it
Oh,
was
it's
bigger.
3, maybe it's bigger.
But at any rate, I don't know. They keep saying they're not wanting to do that. The other thing that came through after that meeting, I got an email saying that there's a grant out there that you might be interested in. It's some kind of a matching grant. And I did get the link to it, but it would be for things that are community oriented. Could be trails, could be parks, could be stuff like that. But it's something that's gonna be a renewable thing that goes along. It's not an all one thing. So it could be done monthly. And it sounds like it's gonna be crowdfunding, so that's where the matching stuff will come from, but I'll send that to the mayor and anybody else, that link to dig into. I got it just before Christmas. I was out of town, so I haven't dug into it, but that could be of value to us with this trail addition that we're gonna do. If we could bring in some revenue somehow in the form of a grant to help with that, that wouldn't be a bad thing. And then their meetings, they're gonna go, I believe, quarterly. They talked about 3 times, but quarterly, I think is what they're gonna have for the new Allen Alliance meetings. They wanna have them in communities. Mayor and I talked about us trying to host the first one here and maybe use the Main Street occasions to host it, stuff. So I did get some pricing on that. I sent some information to the team there for that. We don't have a date for that meeting or even a time. They're trying to figure out when's the best time to meet. We have been meeting at 8 o'clock there in New Haven in the morning, and that's difficult for some people. For some people, it works better. It kind of depends on work schedule, if you have a work schedule.
Yeah.
When it was volunteers, most of the volunteers were retirees, so doing it in the morning wasn't a big deal, but it's a little tougher for some of the others. So they're trying to pick a time to have those, and they'd like to have them be invite the communities in, maybe have a little bit of food stuff there, and have some discussions and some kind of a topic that would be of interest to the communities.
So the bottom line is, we don't really know what the SB 1 bill is gonna be, except it's gonna be lower tax revenue and it's complicated. So at this point,
That was pretty clear.
yeah, and there's a casino coming, so, thanks Herb. Okay, Kevin, you got some changes here at the office?
Yeah, so I'm sure everybody seen either on Facebook or on the news, Rachel Coomer resigned. She's picked up a new job. So we hired a new deputy clerk, Leah Delinsky. She is gonna be starting on Monday, January 19th. When we open the lobby back up here, she's gonna, we're gonna have limited hours to start off, so Leah's not overwhelmed since she's not getting the amount of training Rachel had. So we're gonna work into it. We have an old deputy clerk, Kim Hepner, coming to assist her a little bit in the afternoons, just so she can kind of get a little bit of training. So yeah.
Okay. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Happy New Year too.
It'll be fun. I know everybody, everyone in from, on Facebook and stuff, we're freaking out, but
Yeah.
we're just not a huge, we're not a huge city, we're not a huge utility, we're not AEP or NIPSCO. We don't have resources to have, 3 or 4 office workers, or, somewhere like New Haven, they have a ton of revenue and they have this huge, base to do something like that. We just don't have that here. So, when something happens like this, we just kind of have to take it in stride. We're a small city, so we get kind of stuck with stuff like this sometimes. So if anybody reaches out to you guys know. I mean, we're gonna open on the 19th, limited hours. I'll post the hours next week, and that way we kind of have a better idea.
Okay.
People have a better idea. I'll post it out on the door and online on the website and stuff. So if anybody reaches out to you, just let them know that.
Thanks for
People
stepping
call me,
in.
they wanna come down here and pay their bills. I said, use the Dropbox.
Yeah.
I don't wanna do that. I wanna come inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were complaining about the, online fees. So that's not something that we charge. It's something that Invoice Cloud, who's our payment processor, they charge the fees,
What
not
is the
us.
fee? Do you know?
I think it's 3% if you pay by debit or credit card, or it's something like that, somewhere around there. And then it's $1.65 if you use a bank account.
Really?
So
Well, $1.65 is reasonable. I don't-
yeah, it's not too bad. And you could always drop it off in the Dropbox here too. So
The other thing is there's the auto pay form, which of course has to be open to get the form. But
Yeah.
I was thinking, Kevin, I don't know how many of our customers are on that right now.
a good
and
amount.
Maybe we could just do a one-time mailer or something, like throw that form in with the next round of bills, so everybody
Yeah.
gets it. Nobody's got an excuse. I have never received this form.
Yeah.
There's still going to be people who don't want to, but the people that are interested but complain about the availability of City Hall
Yeah.
will not have that excuse anymore.
Yeah, that's absolutely, we could absolutely do that. It costs a good amount to add flyers into our bills, but if we could put at the bottom of our bill, it's free, we could put a message at the bottom. So maybe we could put that on there and say, because we do offer free ACH here at the office. You sign up with your bank account, you can't do a credit or debit card. So that's what's kind of bad, but you can do bank account, you sign up here at the office, we put it in, and then we process that.
Oh.
We have, I would say probably 120 plus people on that list. So we do, it's a
About
good
a third
portion. Yeah,
About a third,
no, not a third. We have about 850 something
yeah.
customers.
about 15%, yeah.
Oh.
So, but we have a good, 100, plus people on auto pay through here.
Maybe they
is
just don't
very
know how to,
nice.
like he said, maybe if they knew,
Yeah,
like he
we
said.
could put that on the bill, some sort of information on there about, sign up at City Hall for free ACH. So,
Could
yeah.
they do it through the mail, sign up?
I don't know. I don't know what her process is because they haven't sent a check. So I don't know. I suppose maybe we could do that.
Just kind of sign and
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, or maybe sending one out through the mail and then just have them mail it
Right.
back.
Put it in the Dropbox.
Yeah, and we could process it that way. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's definitely something we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. It's a great idea. Great idea. I'm gonna put that on my list.
Okay.
Probably save on late pays too.
Right.
The only thing is about that, I'm just thinking about it right now. Anybody who gets e-billing does not get a physical bill at their house. When you get your e-bill, it doesn't come with any sort of attachments that we have in our regular bill. So that's something to think about.
Yeah.
And we have a good amount of people on paperless billing.
Really?
Yeah.
The majority of them pay online too, though.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
The people who pay, who have on auto or who are on e-billing, I don't know exactly what the percentages
Yeah,
are. I just know we have a good amount of people, and I know that the bill, whatever we put, even on the text even on the message box on the bill, or if we include a flyer, that people who have e-billing do not get that attachment. Now later, so you guys also have this in here for Voice Cloud powered by BS&A. BS&A has their own online processor, which if we switch to it down the line in a couple of years with them, I think that their billing is a little bit more advanced, and they do have that included. Or if you get e-billing, you can get any attachment with the e-bill as well. Just something to keep in mind. I know it's down the line, but
Okay.
I'll look into that
yeah.
for EPH.
But still, yeah. Even if we sent it out, man, even if half the customers received it, and were able to send it back, yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, you had a couple items here. One, Kevin, was budget reappropriation resolution.
Yeah, so the money, so you guys have that in there too, it's a resolution. That's a standard, I just took this from Tim's stuff and just changed it with my own numbers. This is just reappropriation for money in 2025, we took, oh, I'm sorry, no, this is a little different. This is different. We already passed that. This is for, we had Rachel and Kim here at the same time. So we just ran over on deputy clerk money. And so this is just a transfer reappropriation to move money from office supplies and promotions and put that money into the deputy clerk salary for that overlap when those two were here. So it's a zero out. Everything stays in the general fund. It's just moving
Okay.
$18,550 from office supplies and $8,000 from promotion for a total of $16,550 from those two appropriation lines, and increasing the deputy clerk to with the same amount, $16,550. So it's a $0 net transfer, all within the general fund. We just had to do that. It's the only thing that we were negative on this year was that. Everything else in our budget stayed green.
Great.
We didn't go over on anything. So I just need you guys to pass this, that way we're staying even on that.
Do we have a motion?
Motion to adopt is what we're doing?
Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
That's a first by John, I don't know, Moo
Mm-hmm.
by Vicky.
Vicky, and then John the second. Or was it Dean?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to sign this?
Yep.
Oh, you got
Got
it.
it right here.
Okay.
And then,
Another thing that we skipped over was the old business was the city website. Let me
Yeah,
get a drink real quick.
I wondered about that.
Yeah. I got the new city website. I have it in my possession. There's still some stuff that I want to adjust on it. It was Rachel's project, so now with her gone, it's going to be delayed a little bit. But I do have it. The company did deliver on it. They moved the stuff that I don't know, the 3 years that that they were under contract to move. They did that. There's just some stuff on there I want to change and clean up and remove some of the old stuff. There's like Chamber of Commerce stuff on there and businesses, and so I'm just gonna tweak it to be a little bit more simplified and take off some of the extra stuff on there that doesn't need to be on there. And I got with that company, I emailed that company today to see if maybe they had somebody like a consultant or something that could help me. That way I could just like tell them what to do and they can kind of show me how to do it, and or maybe just take things off in bulk. So I reached out to them today to see if they can do that, but that project is going to be just delayed a little bit since Rachel's not here anymore, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get that moved in, but yeah,
sounds good.
it's moving along. It'll get there. We'll get it out.
Managed.
I mean, is there any negative to pushing that out over our old one, knowing how bad the current or old one is?
The old one isn't necessarily bad. It just needs it needs updated. The old website wasn't bad in general. It was just hard to update, and it had a lot of outdated information on it. So when you're trying to do that, you're trying to work on a hard system and update a lot of things is going to be difficult. It's going to take a lot of time. So I think that the reason for getting a new website is much easier, and it's a much more adopted platform. Like Civic Plus, the place that we went to, a lot of city like websites are based on their programming, so it's very easy to use. It'll just look incomplete. There's a lot of like markers, like holder markers that just say, important button 1, important number. All the images on the website are just like a state bird, the state flower. There's nothing for Woodburn, so it just looks very generic and very like, it's just like not a default website, but it has our information on it, but it's not anything super tailored to Woodburn yet.
Okay.
So we could, but I think we should just wait and get it smoothed out first and then put out a fully done project. So
you're working on that. So-
yeah, it's getting done.
Okay,
It's getting done. I just got it probably. They were behind. I think the data conversion from our old website to the new one, I think they just took a little bit of time, because even when they gave it to me, they gave me access to it and the login and stuff. When I logged onto it to look at it, and I could still see, like, I went back and like looked at the minutes from Board of Works, and there was nothing there. And then after I was like messing around and doing some stuff, there was like 3 months or 3 months added on. And then you refresh it again, there's 4 months. So I think they were still adding stuff,
Yeah.
even after they delivered it, that they were still adding things from the old website onto it. So
okay.
it just took them a while, I think, to do the data conversion from our website to the new stuff.
So you've got a software voice cloud issue here to talk about.
Yeah. So this is just, we got voice in 2 years ago, right when I started.
Yeah.
Switched over from Banyan. When Voice was here, they told me that they were coming out with, cloud product. I thought it would be like last year. They told me that it was going to be a lot sooner. But this is basically what we have now is the programs that we use to do fund accounting and payroll and our utility billing is all done. All of our data is stored and used here on site. So we have a data center back, in here, a server that holds our stuff. There's a file that's the database, and me and Kim both use, or not Kim, the deputy clerk both use that file, and that's what we use. With Voice Cloud, it just puts everything in the cloud. So it eliminates everything down. Right now we use 3 different programs. This is just one program, Voice Cloud. Everything's integrated into one product.
So is this something we're looking into to add on?
No, this will just be, we already have Voice, and this
I
is
know.
Voice. It's just upgrading it.
Are we wanting to do that?
Yeah, it puts everything in the cloud. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming
Okay.
back when we signed up for it. They just didn't have this out yet.
So it's gonna cost us 30-some thousand here?
Yeah, so 38,000 is what the total quote is for, but 19,000 of that is for training, and you don't have to. I think they put 16 days of training in there, which is entirely too much. When they did Voice, I think we only had a week. I think we had 7 days of training on there.
So are you going to talk to them about some of this before we agree with it?
No, so this right here is they only bill you for whatever you use on the training days. So that's why if you look on page 4 for the payment schedule, the $1,000 is due up front to hold your spot. This is not even going to be done. They're not even going to install until like June or July because they have so many people that are getting on this.
Oh,
So the $1,000 to hold your spot, the $18,000 is your annual fee, which we have to pay an annual fee to Boyce anyway. So the annual fee that we pay now is $11,000 or $12,000, somewhere in that area. What'll happen is we'll pay our bill to Boyce for this year for our current product, and then whenever we start on this, they'll refund us proactively for whatever we are not going to use until next year. So if we go, a third of the year, they'll refund us back 3/4 of our money. And then the $19,600 is billed on the third payment, which is done after training, but you only get billed for whatever you use. So if we tell them we're only going to use 7 days of training or 10 days of training, they're going to come train us, and then whatever we use and we say, okay, we're done, then they're going to give us a final bill for whatever training costs.
and who will be in this training? You and,
I
Deputy?
Yeah, just me and Leah. They'll do it. It's not going to be. It won't be training together. They'll train her on how to do her side of things, and they'll train me
They'll
on
come in
how
here
to
to
do my
train.
side. Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's where training. You can see they have rental cars on here and meals per day and stuff
Yeah,
like
so-
that. So.
yeah.
So yeah, so it shouldn't be that expensive. It shouldn't be that expensive because I don't think we're gonna use the full training days. It's 16 days of training, so it's a little ridiculous.
Where are they coming out of? Looks like you got a
Muncie.
rental. Muncie?
Yeah,
I don't know
isn't
where.
it?
I don't think they're. I don't know where they're at. No, I think they're up in Michigan.
Boys?
But,
Boys is in Muncie.
this is Bath. No, they got bought out by BS&A.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think it's right.
yeah,
there.
I see
Ba-
software.
Bath,
Oh, I
Michigan?
see it is, yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
Because
So-
it talks about airfare and stuff in there.
yeah. BS&A bought.
Bath,
Boys.
Michigan, I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know about it. I didn't know they. I didn't even know it was in transaction. I just got an email when
Yeah.
they
I was just with him
saying they
a
got
few
bought
months
out.
ago that owns that. About it, but must have been in the works. Okay,
So you can see on here though on page 2, they're waiving. Usually they would charge us this $34,955 to take everything from our current software and import it in, but they're gonna waive that since we're gonna be, I'll say one of the first people on this.
So they're taking 34,000 off, it looks like.
Yeah, they're taking $35,000 off of it. They're gonna do the migration into this for free.
so then what will it cost us each year, do you know that?
Yeah, the annual fee is on page 2. It's at $16,370.
And we're paying what now?
I think we pay about 11,000.
Per year?
Yeah, per year for boys.
And this is going to help us how though? I mean, what's the advantages of doing this?
You don't have any of your data on site. So first of all, right now we're using 3 programs to do jobs, and what happens is each program doesn't talk to each other directly. So when we do payroll doesn't talk with fund. Fund doesn't know, hey, you're paying these people out money. So what we do is we take a file and we transfer that into fund and then submit it, and then that way fund knows, oh yeah, you paid these people. Okay?
Okay,
If we do utility billing and we get payments in utility billing, fund doesn't know that we received that money in. So you have to transfer a file into fund. Every batch of payments that you get, a stack of checks, a thing of cash, online payments, it doesn't know, fund doesn't know that you're getting money into it. So what this does is this takes all 3 programs, puts them into one. It helps with speed. Obviously, we can access this from anywhere. We don't have to be on site in order to get our data. So we can access our
that's nice,
financial stuff from anywhere.
alright.
Speeds things up a whole lot, what we have now. I mean, Voice does work good. It's 100 times better than what Banyan was. Banyan was a dinosaur. So this is just taking things up to
Okay,
the next step.
It's all protected, there's no gaps in it.
That's the other thing too. It's backed up into a cloud, so there's no data. So if someone hacked us
I
here
was just
on
gonna ask that
site,
question, if they got hacked.
yeah, if someone hacked us
Somebody
here on
was
site, which isn't a huge problem for us anyway, because we already back up the data here. Caleb already backs it up to
The
a
cloud.
different data center
Okay.
anyway.
Oh,
But having that data here on site, someone could, if there was ever a breach, someone still could get our data from us. So they just can't hold it hostage from
well, that's why I was
us.
wondering.
Yeah. So other places do have that problem where they don't back up. They, and someone steals it, they could hold hostage and say, pay me this much, or I'm not giving you your stuff back. We don't have that problem. They would still get the data from us, which wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
what-
wouldn't be
yeah.
held hostage for it. So
Let's save us on Reliance.
no, Reliance will stay exactly the same. The only thing this will, so what we had planned on doing is this money is already budgeted, and we planned on doing a server upgrade here at City Hall. I think the last one is 10 years old this year, the one that's here now. So I think that I don't know, 3 years ago from what I know, or 2 years ago, they planned on updating this server here anyway, which is gonna be 25 grand, 20 grand, something like that. So they already planned on doing this project, but with this, we wouldn't have to do that. according to Caleb. We don't have to update
Oh,
the server here,
well, that was,
because the reason we have the server here is to host the data for this.
okay,
So, or it could be we could still update it too, because I think there are still other files on it, but it doesn't have to be a substantial upgrade to what it should be for this. So,
okay.
the money's there, the money was already there, the money's been there for a couple of years to upgrade the server anyway.
So will you just apply that to this then?
Yeah, I'll just reappropriate the money
Yeah,
to this
okay.
instead of doing that.
They did not offer any sort of online training so that you don't have to pay these
Yeah,
kind of crazy in-person fees.
There's a lot of stuff, because I went through the training with boys too, and there's a lot of things that you need somebody here when you start getting on things, so that it could be, you know, immediately show them, they're right there to point at things and kind of show you exactly what it is. I don't know if they offer that. I do know that 19,000 is like $4,000 off of what they had originally done anyway. Because I think the original quote was for, yeah, they took off another $3,675 on training because I was grouchy with them.
Good.
So it would have been another 3,000, almost another $3,700.
We like you being grouchy.
Oh yeah, I got the money back. The meter out there, I tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
The meter out there.
Yeah.
So we had that meter that's out here that never got disconnected. It's on an account. It had whatever this was attached to on here. I think it was for was it for here?
It was for this building.
It was for this building right here.
They looped it all together to the generator
Yeah.
power.
This
They
meter
took
never got.
They took the line off, so it hasn't had
Yeah.
power for 6 years.
what?
This meter is still sitting here. We've been getting charged a service fee
Oh.
since, when was that? 2018.
Yeah, it's been, 6 years, yeah.
2018.
Oh my
We've been getting
gosh.
charged $29. So I called, but the thing is too, so on that same account though, is the light that's on it. So there's two items on that. It's the meter and the light. And so I called and I got the meter shut off for them to come take it out. And then I'm like, well, what about a refund? Because it's been
Yeah.
sitting idle for
Right.
6 years. And the dude was like, I can't do it. So I started not yelling. I wouldn't categorize it as yelling, but I got upset.
Oh.
And I was like, I could see if there was some
That's a lot of
activity.
money.
Yeah, a couple thousand. I said, well, if there was some activity, I could see you not doing it or not addressing it. But 6 years, zero activity. I'm like, we're a tiny utility.
Right.
And if someone comes in with a zero read, we're on it pretty fast. You guys are multi-billion-dollar corporation, and you guys can't tell if someone.
Yeah.
Well, some people use it, snowbirds or county people only use it once a year. Once a year, I can see 3 months out of the year, I can see zero activity for 6 years is ridiculous. So I think they ended up refunding us or crediting, I don't know, a year or two of that money. And she called Rachel and she was like, I'm not even going to ask permission. I'm just going to do this because if I ask, it's probably going to get denied. So I'm just going to put it in for you. But they gave back I don't know, it was like over $1,000
Good.
for the stuff.
Oh, apply to the software.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do?
Board of Works approved this because it's going to come out of the water and sewer as well, because
Okay.
since it has to do with utility billing and that. So
So it's already been approved and we're
it's
just.
been approved by them. If you guys, I don't know if it's right. Both you guys are gonna have to approve it because
Yeah.
money comes out of their fund and money's gonna come out of
Right.
tax funds.
Right.
So you guys should approve it as well.
Okay.
I think it should be on.
50-50.
It's gonna be it'll probably be
It's
30-30 or
33, and
Yeah.
then split,
So we need a
split 3
motion
ways
to
between the other
approve.
33. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, motion to approve the voice cloud.
Okay, Vicky.
Second.
John approved, or second, okay. All those who approve, let's say aye.
Aye.
Motion is
Okay.
approved, so.
the last thing we did not add on is the council president.
I'll let you handle that.
You guys just have to re-elect Terry as your guys' council president, or if someone wants to
Oh.
motion for a new one. It's
Oh,
up to you guys, but you guys.
I would like to reelect Terry.
Is that a motion?
A motion
Second.
to reelect.
Okay.
Are you happy?
Yeah. So, we need to vote on that.
Yes,
You're
yep,
good.
that was, we just need to, if ever, count who's in favor.
All those who are in favor, say aye.
I,
All who oppose, I abstain. Thank you. Okay, we have somebody here in the audience. How about Dan? You just here to visit or?
Dan.
No, actually, I've got some business. Homestead Place has 3 light posts that about 13, 14 years ago, they took over responsibility for maintenance on. That was long before there was any other decorative poles in the city limits. There was 3 decorative poles, one of them got hit. City at that time was gonna sink a wood pole to replace it. The association said, no, we're not doing that. We want the decorative like we had. So they assumed responsibility for maintenance on those. They've always had the utilities on them. That wouldn't be changing. I'm here asking if, now that the city has decorative poles down Main Street, we have a couple additions that have decorative poles in them, that I'm not sure what the status as far as who's responsible for those are. My assumption is gonna be that streetlights are streetlights throughout the city. Yeah, don't know either. But asking that the city repossesses the responsibility for maintenance on those. And that's it. The utilities will still stay in the association's name. So it wouldn't be picking up bills, it would just be maintaining the infrastructure in the city, in Homestead.
So that'd be Ryan's job?
I don't know if we do the other decorative poles. That's probably something I'll look into.
Outside of Main Street.
Yeah. Like the ones that are in the new additions,
Yeah.
you know.
Those HOAs?
I don't know. That's probably something we have to find out. Cause they're all decorative poles now. All the new additions have decorative poles.
Did you find that out?
We could look into it. Yeah.
Yeah, cause I don't know how Ashler's set up and I don't know how Mommy Meadows is set up as far as their association and their, like what the HOA is responsible for as opposed to what the city's gonna be considered responsible for.
Because as of right now, the city doesn't own any of those things in there
Right.
because they're still being built. They haven't presented everything to you guys. So
So do all these additions have HOAs now?
You're supposed to. Yeah.
Are they?
They're probably at different stages as getting off the ground, but they're gonna have it, yeah. Cause you got ponds and commons,
Yeah.
somebody has to keep those up. So,
Like Ashler Phase 1, I'm sure their HOA's
yeah,
operational now. Mommy Meadows wouldn't be yet.
Yeah.
There's nobody back there for that one to be in effect for, but
and you have
Yeah.
one too, right?
yeah, Homestead has one.
Yeah.
I would say figure out what we're doing with the other ones and make them all the same, whatever they are.
Okay,
There should be one outlier. If we're doing the rest of them, there should be one outlier, but
Right.
we don't want to have one outlier for some we're taking care of and the rest of them are being taken care of by HOHs, right?
Right,
So
right.
no, that was just my, if we look into that and we discover that those are truly being turned over to the city as they hand off the different phases of the additions, that the city just goes ahead and assumes responsibility of homesteads as well. That was kind of the last thing I'm trying to do before I get off that board too, so.
but you gotta sell your house first, right?
I don't have to sell it to get off that board, but
Yeah,
certainly expedite things.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we can work on that,
Yeah,
You
yeah, I'll
know.
get with the
yeah.
county or whatever.
And then you'll just bring that back up to us to address for
Yeah, I'd
them?
leave it like on the old business, whatever, so I don't forget about it.
Okay,
Okay.
That's all I had.
thank you, Dan. Okay, anybody else? Ryan?
Not for tonight.
Nothing, chief?
The only thing I have is I emailed out the activity for November, December.
So that,
It came out late this afternoon, so.
Yeah.
Saw that, yeah. Any questions, let me know.
a lot of disturbances, it looks like,
Yeah.
domestic disturbances. Is it holidays or what?
It's always.
Families are families are closer together.
Yeah, it's winter. It's
It's
winter.
winter time.
It's gonna be cooped up.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, spring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. John? Anything? Dean? Skylar?
Nothing.
And then how about Vicky?
Mm,
Best for last?
Best for us, yeah. No, other than what I had said, mentioned earlier, it's just about, is there something that we can do about,
Should be one of the ordinances you guys bring to the table, if that's what you
because
want.
I think there should be a charge, maybe that would,
Well,
you know.
we
is that
have
something that,
we have cleaned houses up before, outside yards, and
oh, we
taken-
have?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we've
Oh,
taken,
okay.
you know, boats and mowers and,
So what do you
Change-
got out there?
you know,
Everything under the sun.
Boats and cars?
No, no,
Did you charge
we don't
them?
have boats
yeah,
yet.
they got charged, yeah.
Hogs or what?
Oh, it's just, you'd have to drive by it, I can't even tell you.
It's just one of those things he has to be able to enforce or to make it move forward. If it's not
Right.
enforceable, we can't do anything, can't do anything about it.
So
Right?
that's an ordinance we need to work on?
That's one of them, that's one of them that
Right.
That
should be brought
motivation
forward.
Too, right?
Yes, very much so, cause
Keep
I
your
hear it from the
mind.
neighbors all the time, I mean, it's like
Yeah,
in my ear,
yeah.
and, you know, but it's gotten worse, even through the winter, it just makes no sense, more stuff keeps coming out.
It's down your street?
I say, maybe you can explain what's happening.
Well, I mean, well, and the mayor's put up a fence, that's how bad it's gotten. It's,
Oh, it's a mayor's house,
no. No, his place is beautiful.
I know.
But no.
This is recorded.
Yeah. Not the mayor's house. No, it's just been bad, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. It's just
This
beyond.
is a house?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I don't wanna mention,
What it is. Okay.
you'll know, just drive down our street.
Well, we have to have those ordinances and
Yeah.
respective fines.
Well, what would that be under? Nuisance?
Nuisance ordinance.
Okay, alright. There you go. We'll bring that up.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
Here's a crazy thought. Has anybody talked to this neighbor
No.
about this? Just
No, they're all scared too.
okay.
Even the
Well-
council lady?
No, but my husband has,
Yeah.
and,
That's part of his job too, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I'm not
it
saying
is,
that.
it is.
He's off in the
But
winter though,
he's,
so.
he's offered to, I mean, but
Is he?
they just
Mhm.
look at you like you're crazy and,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's, nothing's
Yeah.
done. So, I think we need to put a fine on it.
I don't think we can do anything until we can put a fine on it.
Yeah. Once you get all these.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're.
What have we done in the past on nuisances? With, like you said you've cleaned up places.
Oh, we always had the other court.
Really?
We went to New Haven, we had to deal with them, so it was enforced. You don't have that right now.
Now it's Fort Wayne, that'd be expensive.
Yeah.
That's why we wanna have this ordinance, this citation court here, so.
Okay. So that's just something we need to address on this.
Yeah.
And we'll just put a figure on there, is what you're saying?
We'll come prepared to say
See
what
if
the
we can.
nuisance is.
Yeah.
And then, yes, we can
Yeah,
discuss fine too, with our chief's help.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just think it'd be nice, I mean, all the neighbors keep their places up, most. There's a few here and there.
It's not the only house in town that's that way, it's just
Well, I don't think I've ever seen one quite this.
not quite that bad, but we've had them before. I mean,
Okay,
we've asked nicely and some have cleaned up and some of them have it and
Yeah.
got a little more forceful and
right.
get the attorney involved, but
Yeah, I mean, one property, there was litigation.
But that costs us money though.
Yeah, but it got cleaned up.
Yeah,
that's why you wanna be able to have something to be enforced right now. Right now, you don't have it.
yeah.
Okay,
That's where the problem is lying at the moment.
okay.
And you got some people won't mow their grass until Francis puts a sign on their door. They'll
Yeah,
leave
I
it
know.
go, they'll leave it go. I got one on each side of me.
It's not.
Now? You don't mean to mow?
In the summer.
Oh, I was gonna say, what?
Mowing in the winter, come on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
in the summer.
Right, I know,
They don't mow until he puts a sign there.
I know.
And the more
I know who
houses
you're
we
talking-
get, the more chances of this happening
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be. So,
Okay. Sounds good.
okay.
I'll move to adjourn.
All right, anybody second
Second.
that?
Second.
Okay,
Who was that?
Me.
Dean
It was Skylar
seconds.
that brought it up.